Taylor Swift doesn't do Instagram lives often. When she does, the world listens. On a quiet July evening, she sat in her Nashville home studio, the walls lined with guitars and gold records, not a hint of stage makeup on her face. She wore a simple cream sweater and jeans, her trademark blonde hair pulled back. There was a gravity to her presence, a softness that suggested both exhaustion and strength. "Hey guys," she said, greeting the flood of hearts and questions that immediately filled the comments. Her voice was gentle but unwavering. "I need to talk about something serious today." The Swift household had been through the ringer. Her father, Scott Swift, 73, had undergone quintuple bypass surgery in June, a harrowing procedure that addressed blockages in 5 arteries. For a family used to touring, stadiums, and the constant hum of fandom, the sterile calm of a hospital was a world apart. Taylor described long days by her dad's bedside, reading stacks of fan letters, sometimes just holding his hand as machines beeped and nurses shuffled in and out. "Dad's doing better every day," she said, a small smile breaking through. "He's already planning how to sneak guitar picks into my next tour." Swifties know Scott as the dad with endless dad jokes and a habit of handing out custom picks at concerts. Even in recovery, his humor was undimmed. Taylor recounted how, while still groggy from anesthesia, Scott earnestly told a nurse he'd once been a backup dancer on her 1989 tour. She rolled her eyes affectionately. Classic dad. But the Instagram Live wasn't just about family. Taylor leaned closer to the camera, the mood shifting. "There's something else," she said, her voice tightening. "The rumors about me and Travis, about marriage, about our lives, it's too much. We're not married. I'm not engaged. Travis is my boyfriend, and we're just trying to live our lives." The marriage speculation had reached a fever pitch in June. It started innocently enough, an Instagram story from well-known wedding planner Ellie Noddy showing a place card for Taylor and Travis Kelce at Chicago Bears player Cole Kmeti's wedding. The table, number 13, Taylor's lucky number. That tiny detail sent fans into a digital tailspin. "Taylor Kelce, is this real?" One ex-user posted, while another screenshot the story and declared, "Wedding confirmed." Fuel was added to the fire when Taylor and Travis skipped the wedding in Chicago to attend the nuptials of Travis's cousin, Tanner Karoram, in Knoxville, Tennessee. Photos from the event showed Taylor in a flowing dress, Travis in a sharp suit, arms around each other, grinning for the camera. "Family forever," Tanner captioned on Instagram, and the internet lit up again. For Taylor, the speculation was overwhelming. "We're dealing with real stuff right now," she said on her live, voice cracking slightly. "My dad's health is what matters most. I'm asking for space for all of us." While Taylor's $2 billion grossing Eras tour had just wrapped after 149 shows across 5 continents, her focus was far from stadium lights. Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs tight end and 2-time Super Bowl champ, had quietly stepped into a new role, caregiver. He made sure Taylor ate during those hospital days, ordered takeout, checked on Scott, and shuttled between Miami training sessions and Nashville hospital rooms. On June 15th, just days after Scott's surgery, Taylor and Travis were spotted at a quiet Palm Beach restaurant, hands entwined as they slipped out into the humid Florida night. She wore a $2,250 Loewe dress, peachy lipstick softening her tired smile. Travis kept it simple in a black polo and jeans, his protective gaze never far from her. A few nights earlier, they cheered on the Florida Panthers at Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final, laughing and holding hands, a brief escape from the antiseptic hush of hospital corridors. For a moment, at least, they could be just another couple, lost in the game, the roaring crowd drowning out the world's incessant questions. Back on Instagram Live, Taylor recounted a lighter moment. Scott, still woozy, tried convincing a nurse that he'd been her backup dancer. "He was so serious," she laughed. And the nurse just nodded like, "Sure, sir." It was classic dad. It was a story that grounded her, a reminder that even in the toughest times, her father's humor endured. Scott Swift has always been Taylor's biggest champion. He drove her to tiny Nashville gigs before she had a record deal, cheered from the stands at high school talent shows, and beamed with pride from VIP tents at her sold-out stadium shows. In November 2023, during Taylor's Buenos Aires concert, Scott stood next to Travis in the VIP tent. 2 dads, 2 families, grinning as Taylor changed her Karma lyrics to "Karma is the guy on the Chiefs, coming straight home to me." Travis later told the story on his podcast, "New heights, you don't expect it, but it was the best surprise, man. I was floored." Their relationship, which began after Travis attended Taylor's Eras Tour show at Arrowhead Stadium in July 2023, has unfolded in the public eye. He tried to give her a friendship bracelet with his number, but missed her due to pre-show rituals. Undeterred, Travis invited her to a Chiefs game on the Pat McAfee show. When Taylor showed up in September, sitting beside Travis's mom Donna as the Chiefs trounced the Bears, their story became official. By October, they were holding hands at an SNL afterparty. Since then, they've navigated her global tour and his NFL seasons, finding time for each other between rehearsals, games, and family milestones. From Taylor bringing Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds to a Jets game, to Travis joining her on stage in London in June 2024, these moments have become legend among Swifties and football fans alike. But Scott's surgery changed everything. Suddenly, life was smaller, quieter, more intimate. Taylor described how Travis sat with her in the hospital waiting room, scrolling through fan art on his phone, trying to distract her from the endless hours and the constant worry. "He's been incredible," she said softly, "but we need room to breathe, to be with family." With the Eras Tour finally over and the NFL off-season in full swing, Taylor and Travis have been stepping out of the spotlight. A source told Star magazine in July that the couple was exhausted by the constant attention. "They're tired of the pressure," the insider said. "They just want to enjoy this time together." That hasn't stopped fans from spotting them. On June 28th, they strolled through New York's West Village in matching white outfits, Taylor in a frilly dress with $895 Louis Vuitton sandals, Travis in a floral shirt. On June 24th, they made a rare public appearance at Tight End University in Nashville, a charity event hosted by Travis, George Kittle, and Greg Olson. Taylor performed "Shake It Off," helping to raise $900,000 for a local cause. They left the event hand in hand, flashing smiles over the red carpet, but soon disappeared into the night. On her Instagram Live, Taylor made her request clear. "We're not hiding, but we're not here to feed the rumor mill either. When there's news, we'll share it." She told another story from Scott's recovery, how he insisted on watching Travis's 2024 Super Bowl game from his hospital bed, cheering even as the Chiefs lost to the Eagles. He was like, "Travis got this next year," she said, mimicking her dad's gruff optimism. As the live drew to a close, Taylor's tone softened. "Please let us focus on family right now. Dad's getting stronger, and that's what matters." The couple's second anniversary is just around the corner. They're planning a quiet celebration, a dinner with both families, maybe Andrea and Scott Swift, Donna and Ed Kelsey. Over the past 2 years, their families have grown close, from Scott and Andrea sharing empanadas with Travis in Buenos Aires to Taylor cheering with Jason and Kylie Kelsey at Bills games. But even as the rumors swirl, fueled by tabloid reports of secret engagement plans or whispers that Scott has given his blessing, Taylor's message is clear. "We're happy, but we're not rushing." Taylor thanked her fans for their support during Scott's recovery. "Your letters cheered him up so much," she said, blowing a kiss at the camera. "You guys mean everything to us." The screen faded to black, leaving Swifties buzzing. Some praised her candor, others still speculated about wedding bells. But for Taylor and Travis, the future is less about headlines and more about healing. For now, they're focused on family, love, and the quiet moments that don't make the news. It's a new era for Taylor Swift, one where the most important audience is just a handful of loved ones gathered around a kitchen table, grateful for another day together. And for her millions of fans, it's a reminder that even the biggest stars are, at their core, just people, navigating love, loss, and hope one day at a time.